As a child, I always felt a slight alienation between me and everyone else, questioning what normality is, worried I'd break the rules or do something completely stupid, always wondering if my life was being watched, viewed in an ongoing film by some invisible audience. But where was the score? Where was the background music to my insignificant life? As all my friends are listening to the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, and whatever other significant band there was at that time on their personal CD players, I listened to the scores from Apollo 13 and Titanic. As I played with my toys by myself in our room, I'd hum the scores to Apollo 13 and Aliens, the scores that stayed in my mind forever repeating. The silence was always an odd thing to me. I always somehow felt it so natural hearing the scores in movies, and oftentimes would hum none other than James Horner's music to myself as I walked around, as a score to my life. James Horner was the first film composer I was ever aware of. His music always stood out to me. It's hard to explain. Music is such an intrinsic part to humanity. It's a universal way of communication. But every film I saw, whether I was aware it was scored by Horner or not, always had a unique feeling, something I can't describe. Horner's scores are also brilliantly melodic, flowing smoothly, each instrument gliding past the next. With the incredible amount of combinations of notes available to use, James Horner always found a way to weave them together in the most soothing way, the opposite of entropy. Horner brought a beautiful order to the chaos of sounds. It's odd finding myself trying to write this as well as recording this right now. Why am I feeling so affected by someone I've never met? But his music fills every corner of my childhood. I remember my favorite part of The Land Before Time was the score. I was always so hyper aware of it. Later finding out it was James Horner made sense. Out of all the celebrity deaths, I'm most affected by this one. Affected as if I knew him. It's intriguing how we all follow these celebrities, people we idolize, people whose work influenced our lives, touched us while never really being there physically. The idea of them was all we knew, the ideas we created by the love of their work. They brought significance to our insignificant, unknown existences. We look up to celebrities, root for them, feel for them, mourn for them, to distract us from our invisible lives, to give meaning to our invisible lives. The score to my life was James Horner. My childhood was James Horner. And now,